Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. It's that time again where we take a look at this month's upcoming 4K Blu-ray releases. April is looking to be another great month for the 4K format with a good selection of titles coming your way. Let's take a look at the April release calendar. We start off with one of the most anticipated releases of this month with Spider-Man No Way Home on 4K Blu-ray coming out on the 4th of April in the UK and the 12th of April in the US. Alongside a standard release, the UK is also receiving an Amazon exclusive Steelbook edition, also out on the 4th. The US is getting 4 releases from a variety of retailers, all out on the 12th. There's the standard edition, a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook with alternate artwork, a Target exclusive fan art edition with collectible cards, and a Walmart release with exclusive artwork. Fans of the movie have got plenty of releases to choose from. Tech specs include Dolby Vision HDR and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. The musical Dear Evan Hansen is getting a 4K Blu-ray release in the UK on the 4th of April. The UK is the only country receiving this title on 4K, and it appears Universal have given the disc rights to distributor Dazzler Media. Tech specs are to be announced for this release. Paramount are releasing a new 4K Steelbook for 2012's Jack Reacher starring Tom Cruise. The Steelbook will feature artwork similar to the original poster and will release on the 4th of April in the UK, the 5th of April in the US and Canada, and the 5th of May in Germany. All versions will carry the same tech specs as previous releases. The only subtle difference is with the design, with the US and Canadian versions having the Jack Reacher lettering in red, whilst the 2 European releases have it in white. After previously releasing in the US, Canada and Europe last month, Shooter starring Mark Wahlberg gets a standard 4K Blu-ray release in Scandinavian countries on the 4th of April. Tech specs will match other releases with Dolby Vision HDR and a DTS 5.1 soundtrack. 2022's Scream arrives on 4K Blu-ray on the 5th of April in the US and the 11th of April in the UK. Whilst the UK is only getting a standard release, the US is additionally receiving 2 other releases, a Steelbook version with artwork featuring the infamous Scream mask and a Walmart exclusive that includes a retro-style movie poster. The tech specs are to be confirmed for this release, but I'm hearing it's going to include Dolby Vision HDR and a DTS HD 7.1 soundtrack. On the topic of the Scream movies, Paramount are also issuing a 2-movie collection in the US on the 5th of April. This release will include both the original 1996 film and the latest 2022 movie on 4K Blu-ray. Both films should carry the same tech specs as their standalone releases. Death on the Nile, directed by Kenneth Branagh, hits 4K Blu-ray on the 5th in the US and the 13th in the UK. The UK is additionally getting a Zavvi exclusive Steelbook with artwork similar to the film's theatrical poster. Technical specs will include HDR10 and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. Action thriller The 355 gets a 4K Blu-ray in Germany on the 8th of April, courtesy of Leonine Films. The 4K disc will carry a HDR10 colour grading and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. This title is also getting another 4K release in France on the 25th of May from M6 Video. The tech specs are still to be announced for this French release. After yet another delay, John Hillcoat's Australian Western The Proposition arrives on 4K Blu-ray on the 11th of April, courtesy of the British Film Institute. This release is a 2-disc set limited to 5,000 copies and includes an 80-page book, a double-sided poster featuring new artwork, and the original UK poster art, plus a host of special features. The 4K disc will carry a new 4K remaster of the film with a Dolby Vision HDR presentation and a DTS 5.1 soundtrack. The Scorpion King, starring Dwayne Johnson, is getting a Xavi-exclusive 4K Steelbook on the 11th of April in the UK. This title first came to the 4K format in 2019 with a standard release in a variety of countries, and this Steelbook should carry the same tech specs as those previous releases, with HDR10 and a DTS:X soundtrack. The 1987 classic RoboCop comes out on 4K Blu-ray on the 12th of April in the US, with both limited edition and Steelbook versions. The limited edition release will include 6 collector's postcards, a double-sided fold-out poster, a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, and an 80-page limited edition collector's booklet. The Steelbook features a nice retro design with original film poster artwork. Both releases will carry 4K restorations of both cuts of the film, the director's cut and the theatrical cut, presented in Dolby Vision HDR. Both cuts will also support the original lossless stereo and 4-channel mixes, plus DTS 5.1 and Dolby Atmos surround sound options. The UK received both these editions with similar content on the 28th of March. The US is getting the standard 4K Blu-ray version of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein on the 12th of April after previously receiving the Xavi-exclusive Steelbook on the 29th of March. The UK has already received this title on 4K, with both the standard and Steelbook versions on the 28th of March. Tech specs will include Dolby Vision HDR alongside the original uncompressed stereo and DTS 5.1 soundtracks. Gunpowder Milkshake is getting a 4K Blu-ray release on the 14th of April in Germany with standard and digibook releases. Germany is the only country receiving this title on 4K, and both editions will carry Dolby Vision HDR and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, starring Michael Rooker, arrives on 4K Blu-ray on the 18th of April in the UK with a limited edition set courtesy of Arrow. The release will include a reversible sleeve featuring original and newly commissioned artwork, a limited edition 60-page booklet, a booklet containing the original storyboards, a double-sided fold-out poster, and 6 collector's postcards. The 4K disc will feature a brand new 4K restoration for the original camera negatives presented in HDR10 alongside the original 2.0 stereo and DTS 5.1 soundtracks. Both the 4K and Blu-ray discs will hold a host of special features with interviews, behind-the-scenes featurettes and more. In celebration of its 40th anniversary, adult animation Heavy Metal hits 4K Blu-ray in the US and Canada on the 19th of April with a limited edition 2-movie collection steelbook that include the 1981 movie on 4K and Blu-ray plus the exclusive Blu-ray debut of the sequel Heavy Metal 2000. The 1981 movie is fully restored in 4K from the original camera negative with Dolby Vision HDR alongside a newly mixed Dolby Atmos soundtrack by producer Ivan Reitman with all new sound effects. The 1967 thriller In the Heat of the Night comes to 4K Blu-ray on the 19th of April courtesy of Kino Lorber. The 4K disc will feature the previously restored 4K master of the film alongside the original 2.0 mono and 5.1 surround soundtracks with 2 additional audio commentaries. The Blu-ray disc will carry the 2 sequels, They Call Me Mr. Tibbs and The Organisation, which is a nice bonus, alongside theatrical trailers for each film and 3 featurettes. Also on the 19th of April, Lionsgate are issuing a new Best Buy exclusive steelbook for the 2011 horror film The Cabin in the Woods. The steelbook will feature some new artwork with a transparent slipcover. The tech spec should match the previous releases with Dolby Vision HDR and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. The 1995 science fiction thriller 12 Monkeys is getting a 4K Blu-ray release by Arrow on the 25th of April in the UK and the 26th of April in the US. The release will feature a brand new 4K restoration from a 4K scan of the original negative by Arrow Films, approved by director Terry Gilliam and presented in Dolby Vision HDR with lossless DTS 5.1 and 2.0 stereo soundtracks. The first pressing will also include an illustrated collector's booklet featuring writing on the film. The classic and beloved musical Singing in the Rain hits 4K Blu-ray for the very first time on the 25th of April in the UK and the 26th of April in the US. The US is receiving a standard version and a Best Buy exclusive steelbook with some colourful umbrella artwork. The UK is getting two Ultimate Collector's Edition sets. One is a Zavvi exclusive containing a steelbook case, whilst the other set contains a standard Amray case. Both sets will include a 48-page booklet, 5 collectible lobby cards, 3 original theatrical door panels, a 2-sided poster and an iconic silhouette computer sticker. As of the time of filming, it's still yet to be confirmed whether the US is receiving this Ultimate Collector's Edition set. All releases will include HDR10 and a DTS 5.1 and original mono soundtracks. Titans of Cult are releasing a new limited edition 4K steelbook for Watchmen The Ultimate Cut on the 25th of April. This 3-disc set will include the movie on 4K and Blu-ray, a Blu-ray special features disc, a collectible steelbook, a Dr. Manhattan enamel pin and 3 Rorschach test cards. Tech specs include a Dolby True HD 5.1 soundtrack. Roland Emmerich's Moonfall comes to 4K Blu-ray on the 26th of April in the US with a standard version and a Best Buy exclusive steelbook. Both versions will carry HDR10 and a Dolby Atmos soundtrack. This title will also receive a 4K release in Germany on the 27th of May with standard and steelbook versions, and also in France on the 9th of June with a steelbook release. 1989 Apollo documentary For All Mankind arrives on 4K Blu-ray on the 26th of April, courtesy of the Criterion Collection. The release will feature new 4K digital restorations of the original 133:1 framing, the alternate 185:1 theatrical presentation, presented in Dolby Vision HDR with the DTS 5.1 soundtrack. The included Blu-ray disc will carry a range of extras including interviews and additional featurettes. And finally, War Hunt starring Mickey Rourke is getting a 4K Blu-ray release in Germany on the 29th of April from Cable Light Pictures. Tech specs include HDR10 Plus and a DTS 5.1 soundtrack. So that's a wrap for April's 4K Blu-ray releases. Is there anything that catches your eye? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoy this type of content, why not consider subscribing and hitting the like button, as I have new videos out every week, including reviews of the latest 4K releases. Thanks for watching guys, enjoy your movies, bye!